James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Tampa. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They begin with a run by Fournette. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
In motion left goes Jones. From the 31, Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Brady's throw complete to Otten. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On play action, now Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette from 17 yards out. And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Brian Succop for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Dumps it off to Fournette. They find some open field here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Brady now to throw. He'll find Fournette again here. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And let's see, the box was 6 DB, so a dime set here on third down. To throw is Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on second down, Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Complete right side to Otten. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Preston Smith there on the stop. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fournette once more on second down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Brady's going to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Packers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second down at 5. Now Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. And this is going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Jones now in motion left. Brady now on first down. This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining. And this is going to count. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Second down, back to Fournette. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to run with Dillon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the line. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Dillon. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lewis. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now that's how you start to get back into good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd down and 8. In motion left goes Jones. From just shy of midfield, Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The game is 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got Otten. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Brady will sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. It's caught inside the 25. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his long attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?